Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for coming out. For those of you that I'm not acquainted with, I'm Kevin Cartwright, Director of Communications for the Baltimore City Fire Department. So as we begin this morning, I simply just want to talk briefly about why we're here. Also want to introduce our guest speakers. They'll simply come forward, share a few brief remarks, and then we'll respond to a few questions, and then we'll engage our neighborhood sweep. So we're happy to be joined by our fine Mayor, Brandon Scott, this morning, our Fire Chief, James Scott, Assistant Chief Operations, Dante Stewart, our emergency response collaborators, Mr. Ray Vega back here, and also our fire department. I have many members of the fire department here. So just to share, the mission of the fire department is simply to protect life and property within the confines of the city of Baltimore that encompasses almost 89 miles. However, in an effort for us to be successful in doing that, we need the public's help. So you might have questions as to why we're here for this press briefing this morning in this fine Northeast neighborhood. It's simply to serve as a reminder of June the 23rd, 2023, where one of our beloved residents' life was claimed in a house fire. And the reality is that fire is no respecter of persons. It can claim my life, it can claim your life, and it certainly claimed the life of a resident here at 4743 Chafford Road. So with that, the city of Baltimore is simply committed to doing our part, but we simply need your help to be successful in this. So at this time, I want to invite Mayor Scott to come forward, offer some remarks, followed by Fire Chief James Scott, then our collaborator with the American Red Cross, Ray Vega.
Thank you, Kevin, and good morning, everyone. And thank you all for joining us here. I'm so glad to be here with Chief Wallace and all of the members of the fire department who go out and protect and save lives in Baltimore every day. When most people run away from fires, when people run away from danger, they're running to it. And they're meeting our residents when our residents are at their most vulnerable state and often the worst day of their lives. So I think we have to continue to uplift and appreciate them. We are here because we lost a life in a fire. And we should not lose lives in fires. We want every single home in the city of Baltimore to have a working smoke detector, and we want every single home in the city of Baltimore to have a fire safety plan, both of which are very easy to do. We are here because, as you know, we offer free smoke detectors, free 99 smoke detectors for all of Baltimore. Simply just call 311 and the fire department will show up and put it in for you. There is no excuse in the city of Baltimore to not have a working smoke detector. We're going to continue to push that message, of fire safety so that we stop losing lives when we have unfortunate fires. I'm going to thank Mr. Vega and the Red Cross for all of their work in helping us consistently to push this message across the city of Baltimore. No one should not have a working smoke detector. So if you don't have one, if you know a family member that doesn't have one, have them call 311 or call 311 for them and put in their address, and we will show it up and we will put it up for the price of free 99. Thank you very much, and I'll turn it over to Chief Wallace.
Thank you, Mayor Scott, and good morning. I'm very happy to be joined by Mayor Brandon Scott, Mr. Ray Vega from the American Red Cross, and of course, the members you see here today from the Baltimore City Fire Department, who all take exceptional pride in making sure that citizens of Baltimore are kept safe 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. We are here today because in the recent past, Baltimore has once again lost one of its beloved residents in a house fire, and we want to emphasize how important it is for each and every one of our citizens to be protected against the dangers of fires in the home. Many of the fires that occur inside of the home happen by accident, but knowing how to prevent them lessens the chance of a fire occurring inside of your home. Examples: unattended cooking, smoking, electrical outlets, and appliances are the leading causes of house fires within the city of Baltimore. But how can we prevent them? It is relatively simple, but we must develop a fire safety conscious mindset. The reality is that it's very easy during the course of our day-to-day lives to become distracted, but we must establish a safe mindset to help you remain focused on safety within inside of your home. So as your acting fire chief, it is my responsibility to not only make sure that you're protected, but you are provided with the tools you need to remain safe. So here are a few important points. First, early warning saves lives. Smoke alarms provide the earliest possible warning when a fire breaks out, giving individuals and families precious moments to escape before the situation becomes life-threatening. Studies have shown that properly installed and maintained smoke alarms can reduce the risk of fire fatalities up to 50%. Secondly, in a fire, every second counts. The rapid spread of fire and toxic smoke means that occupants have a very limited window of opportunity by which to evacuate safely. Having smoke alarms strategically placed throughout your home substantially increases the likelihood of early detection, further allowing for a prompt response that can mean the difference between life and death. Finally, get a working smoke alarm installed on each and every level of your home. Test your smoke alarm monthly and practice your home evacuation plan with your family. In conclusion, I urge everyone to welcome your fire department into your home and to have a smoke alarm installed and an evacuation plan created today. This small but critical step that you take can save someone's life tomorrow and can also reduce injuries and minimize property damage in the event of a fire. Thank you for being with us here this morning, and please let's work together to create a safer Baltimore community.
Thank you, Chief Wallace, for that important information. We'd be happy to respond to any questions that you all might have for Mayor Scott or for Fire Chief regarding our efforts to reduce loss of life in Baltimore City.
Hi. So for moments like this, when you're going to the neighborhoods and you're meeting people after such tragedies, how often do you find neighbors who actually don't have working smoking alarms?
All the time, unfortunately.
Yeah, I would agree with the mayor. I would also say that, we'll find them that don't have them at all, and we'll also find those where the battery's dead, things like that. So it's our mission as part of this and everywhere that we do this within the city to mitigate all of those situations.
And again, our intent is simply to assure that every single household in the city of Baltimore has working smoke alarms on each level. Having those working smoke alarms, especially during late night hours when many of losses of life occur, what happens is that a fire begins, you're asleep, the particles of combustion are toxic, and they'll simply place you in a deeper state of unconsciousness and you won't wake up. So having that early warning detection will give you the greatest chances of survival. Any other questions?
All right.
Okay. Sure. So what we're going to do right now is, if you'd be happy to join us, our firefighters and teams, we're just going to go door to door, knocking on doors to see if any of our residents have any smoke alarms. If they do not, we're going to install them right at this moment. Great. Thank you all for coming out.